The title of my talk today is Born in a Bacterial World, a helping hand for a healthy start. So we're all human, right? We all have the same feelings and we all experience love and we eat and breathe the same. But to tell you the truth, we're all unique. We all have similar bacteria, and these bacteria are with us for life. In sickness and in health, it's safe to say that we're never alone. And from an outside perspective, you might think, great, bacteria, these creepy crawlies are on the surface of my entire body and I can't even see them. But I'm going to tell you why we need them as much as they need us, and subsequently why I chose this PhD. So I want you all to stop and imagine that you're pregnant, each and every one of you, and even the men. And you've taken a long 9 months to have your baby, but now you have some important choices to make. Are you going to have a cesarean section or a vaginal delivery? And if you could teleport the baby out, you would. But right now, you only have 2 choices. And sometimes you don't even have a choice. Sometimes your baby might just say, I'm not ready to come out right now. Or there might be some complications and a C-section is inevitable. But when this happens, your baby is missing out on some of those beneficial vaginal bacteria that they would experience when passing through the birth canal. And these bacteria help to fight pathogens and other bad bugs that will try to colonize them at such a vulnerable stage in their lives. Now, this isn't to say if you're born by C-section that you're all doomed, because I was born by C-section and I'm just fine. But there's a small percentage of infants that may go on to develop allergies and other possible gut disorders like IBS. So what's next? You've had your baby and now you've got to decide, are you going to breastfeed or bottle feed? And what I've learned from speaking to the doctors in the CUH in Cork is that it's actually quite difficult to get mothers to breastfeed. But breast milk contains these essential human-derived sugars that help the growth of good bacteria and develop the basis for a healthy, happy gut and hopefully a happy baby. But this makes sense, right? Because you wouldn't watch National Geographic and see chimpanzees performing C-sections and going down to the supermarket to buy infant formula. So as a part of my PhD, I am isolating those good bacteria from healthy breastfed infants, and I'm testing them to see if they have any beneficial effects so that we can give them to babies who are sick or maybe needing them. And I'd like to think in a long, long way down the line, when I have an infant of my own, that a doctor will test their gut bacteria and prescribe them probiotics instead of antibiotics, which will wipe their entire system. So I'm pretty excited about my prospects because the field of microbiology has truly exploded in the last 10 years. And now we can make links between your gut bacteria and different diseases, and even anxiety and depression. And what I've recently discovered is that these bacteria do not control us. Yes, they can impact us in many ways, but knowledge is power, and if we can study these bacteria and decide those that we want to keep and those that we want to get rid of, then that's what we need to do. So to sum up, in 1987, a famous microbiologist and biophysicist once said, "A revolution is occurring in biology," and I'd like to think that today, in 2015, that revolution is still occurring. Thank you.